Hello, my active listeners. A great day to all. Positive mindsets bring positive things. The brain is wider than the sky. In order to get these two things, we will try to use some kind of psychotherapy techniques. So, first of all, we should have to know what do you mean by psychotherapy, why we should apply psychotherapy, what it is needs, and what are the causes and problems. This I am going to discuss today. I am from the Department of Psychology. My name is Dr. NEELAKANDAN. So, now we will discuss some points related to the particular topic. First we should understand what is mean by that, what is the definition of psychotherapy, and then what are the general conditions, and what is the purpose, that is a goal and strategies, and what are the different types, and how long we will give, how we set the durations, and what type of techniques available in that one, and who are all getting benefits, and problem when you have to give that one or when we have to take that one, is there any problems in that one, that we will check it. Finally, I should give some type of conclusion regarding this particular today lecture. So, now we will move on to the meaning of psychotherapy. So, first of all, we should have to get some idea about the particular one. For that, we should understand the term psychotherapy. Psychotherapy is a general term for treating mental health problems by talking with psychiatrist, psychologist, or other mental health providers. So, here every individual in the modern days, we all have lot of stress. Without stress, we cannot able to live, we cannot able to survive in this society, because our society is a competitive world. We are living in the competitive world. The technologies are ruling, changes are going very fast. So, challenges are there to whom means for us only. So, we should try to adapt the changes, and we should make ourselves to face all kind of challenges. That is very important. So, for that, this kind of psychotherapy will help to you to improve your potentials, and as well as you should learn about your condition and what kind of moods you all, what kind of feelings you have, what kind of thoughts you have, and what kind of behaviors you have. So, this psychotherapy will help you to learn about your condition and your moods, feelings, thoughts, and behavior, because the moods, feeling, thoughts, and behavior are the main or the majority or the most of the domains ruled by the human beings. Or say for example, Sigmund Freud also clearly stated that the thoughts, internal thoughts is very important. Thoughts and feelings and behaviors are very important to improve our mental health. So, in that aspects, our moods and feeling, thoughts and behaviors are very, very important. So, here by using psychotherapy, we have to optimize our moods, and we have to optimize our feelings, and we try to bring our thoughts in a positive way, and we try to regulate our behavior, so that we are able to feel happy, and definitely our mental health should be in a positive direction. So, in that aspect, psychotherapy helps you to learn how to take control of your life and respond to challenging situation with healthy coping skill. This is very important. And when you take general conditions of psychotherapy, psychotherapy is an opportunity for relearning, because everyone we have learned from our young day onwards, we have a lot of potential, but most of the time we are not able to understand our potential. We are not ready to try to bring it out our potential. So, here we should have a platform, we should give one platform to you all to understand who you are, whom you are, who you are. You should understand yourself, then only you are able to bring it out our potential. For that, the relearning process is very important. Then here this is a kind of experiencing versus talking about. That means here we are providing a platform to you to talk about yourself. This is a kind of talk therapy. Psychotherapy is nothing but it's a kind of talk therapy. Here as a client, you are all clients, we are all therapists. So we will give opportunity to you to talk freely so that we are able to help you. For that purpose, psychotherapy is very, very important, and it is a very need of an hour. It is a special technique used in the field of psychology to improve the mental health of individual and to reduce the stress level and increase the quality of life and make you all to be happy. Then the psychotherapeutic, we should create a better relationship with others also. That is very important, and your motivation and faith and expectations are also very important. Through that we should consider all these things and we should move again further steps. So now we will move on to the next topic, goals and strategies. Psychotherapy, there are so many important purpose we should apply psychotherapy. The main goal and strategies are given here. First of all, as a psychologist, we should recommend to you this therapeutic technique will help you to strengthening your motivation and improve your feeling in a positive direction, and it also helps to reduce your emotional pressure by facilitating the expressing of your feelings. That is why here I mentioned here reducing emotional pressure by facilitating the expression and feelings, and then it will also help you to bring it out your potential, that is releasing your potential, and that to help you to improve yourself. That is why releasing the potential for growth. And then if sometimes you are knowingly or unknowingly you are following some kind of habit from the early day onwards, you learn that one, but that habits are not acceptable by the social norms. So in that condition you are able to, or you are facing some kind of discomfort, that will also affect your mental health. So here how you should change your habits, how you should know it, whether it is acceptable by social norms or not. So through the psychotherapy, the main aim or the goal of the psychotherapy, you should try to changing your habits, and then you should also modifying your cognitive structure. That is why the modifying the cognitive structure of the person, this is one of the main goal. And as well as it will also help you to know who you are. That is why gaining self-knowledge, and facilitating interpersonal relationship and communication. When you take this particular point, facilitating interpersonal relations and communication is very, very important, because interpersonal relationship is very, very important, and your communication skill is very important, because without this one definitely we are able to achieve, we are unable to achieve. So we are living in this society, so for our purpose we have to interact with the other human being. So interpersonal relationship is very important, and whatever you want to achieve, the way you should communicate, the communication is very important. It's an art. So with that communication and interpersonal relationship, as a human being we are able to achieve so many things in our life. Definitely we are able to climb up in the ladder of success. Definitely you are able to come in the list of achievers list. So in that aspect you should try to improve your interpersonal relationship and communication. For that the psychotherapy will help to the human beings or will help to the individual, as well as the main goal or the aim of this particular therapy is to gaining knowledge and facilitating decision making. When you consider the decision making day to day of life, from morning to evening or morning to night, as we are the human beings, we should take decision for our life, for our day to day activities. So how we should take decision? Suppose you are wrongly take decision, definitely that will affect. Sometimes you are not able to take decision. So in that case, you yourself face some kind of stress. You are seeking others' help, you are seeking others' support. Here the psychotherapy will help you to take a proper decision for your problems or for your needs. So then with that of for example, if you face any kind of stress or if you face any kind of emotion, that will affect your biological systems of your body. So here this therapeutic approaches will help you to altering the bodily states. Then it also helps you to altering the states of consciousness, and as well as sometimes we are not able to adapt with the social environment. With that we will face a lot of negative things. So how you should adapt with the social environment, how you try to changing yourself into the social environment. These are all the main goals of psychotherapy. So when you consider the types of psychotherapy, there are many types in the field of psychotherapy. Basically psychotherapy we should apply for an individual, that is why we call it as an individual therapy. Sometimes when we take the same techniques, we have to apply for groups also, especially in organization or especially in school settings or college settings. Some group of people have common issues, some group of students or employees, they have common issues. So in order to overcome that one, or in order to come out from that particular issues, or in order to find out the solution for themselves, we should apply group therapy. And the family therapy is also another one type of therapy. Marital therapy is also another one type of therapy, especially in the modern world. The young generations, they are all not understand themselves, and they are living in the technological world, so that they are not ready to spend their time to talk themselves. So in that family they have faced a lot of issues. So in that condition, the family therapy and marital therapy is definitely useful for those kind of peoples. And the next one is a community therapy. So community, say for example, in a particular community, the entire community, they are not able to solve some kind of issues. So as a psychotherapist, will help to the community. So whatever we apply in that community setting, then it comes in the types of community therapy. So how long we should apply this particular kind of techniques, the psychotherapy? For that we will decide based on the patient needs or the client needs. That is why here it is mentioned according to the patient needs. It could be a single section or prolonged to many years. Say for example, the degree of illness. When you are considering a particular situation or considering a particular issues, say example stress. The stress can be classified in or level measured in the form of various level, that is mild, moderate or severe. So here if the client is very mild level, or a client is in moderate level of stress, or the client is a severe level of stress, depends upon the degree of illness, the duration of psychotherapy is changed. That is why it is mentioned here according to the patient needs. It could be a single section, that means in 1 or 2 days, in 1 or 2 sessions. Say for example, one session consists of 45 minutes or 50 minutes. So within 2 hours they will able to get some kind of ideas. They themselves try to come out from that particular issues or problems, because in that particular conditions, what I want to say, what I want to suggest to you, so the psychotherapist or psychologist is not giving a ready-made solution. They don't give any kind of ready-made solution. So they will make the client to think. So we will give so much of alternatives to you. We will provide so much of varieties. We will provide various kind of solution to you. As a psychologist, we will provide, we will support you, we will help you, we will motivate you. But as a client, you only take effort to find out which solution is best for you, which solution is suitable for you, which solution is help you to bring out from that problem or issues. So in that way, you only decide. This is most probably it is called as a client-centered therapy. It is also called as a client-centered therapy. When you consider the techniques, there are so many kind of techniques are there. Say when you consider the specific techniques, say for example, in the slide it is clearly mentioned, there are different types of psychotherapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy, especially CPT. That particular CPT helps you to change your thought process, and it helps you to identify your thoughts, and it helps to manage your thought process. That is why it is mentioned here, changes ways of thinking and hoping, because the thinking is very important. Thinking is very, very important. What kind of thinking you have? That is why I mentioned here, positive mindset bring positive thinking. Positive mindset bring positive thinking. So when you bring a positive thought process, definitely you are able to lead your life in a successful way. You are able to lead your life in a happily manner. So here, through the CPT, we are trying to change the individual thought process, and then we will also help you to manage your thought process. That is why coping. How to manage your thought process, how to control your negative thought process, how to bring into your positive thought. Once if you try to change all those things and try to manage everything, definitely you will be able to solve your problem on your own. In that way, the cognitive behavior therapy will help you to solve on your own. Then other one is behavioral therapy. Behavioral therapy, sometimes a direct observation, we will able to find out your behavior. Sometimes we will able to find out your behavior using indirect method, and then we will help you to identify your behavior. Through the behavior therapy, you yourself be able to find out your behavior, and you try to change your behavior according to the social setting or according to the social norm. Then the next one is psychodynamic approaches and humanistic approaches. When you consider psychodynamic approaches, it focuses on past experiences and shaping current behavior, because the past experiences play a vital role for every human being. Whatever we learned from our childhood day onwards, whatever we learned from our childhood and whatever we observed from our environment, automatically that are all stored. Then according to that we will behave. Knowingly or unknowingly we will behave. But through your introspection, then you will be able to find out. You will be able to find out which one is right, which one is wrong. Here the psychodynamic therapy or psychodynamic approaches will help you to identify which is right, which is wrong. So we cannot be able to use as it is what we learned from the past experiences. In that way, the psychodynamic approaches help you to change your behavior and help you to change all the other aspects, negative aspects. And humanistic approach, in this particular approach, you yourself take effort and you yourself find out your power. Every human being have some kind of power. We should have to find out our uniqueness. We should try to bring it out. For that, this humanistic approach helps you to know your power and how that through your power or how you are able to apply your power, energy in a positive direction, how you are able to change your life, how you are able to achieve your life. That the way the humanistic approach helps to the individual to know your power. But in the modern days, in the field of modern clinical psychology, what they all, the therapists or the researchers, they gave suggestion to the common peoples, we should have to apply in a holistic way, not in particular aspects. So the holistic approach is very, very important. This is a modern approach. That holistic approach helps you to know in all aspects, is a kind of that is a kind of integrative approach. Here, as a therapist, we should have to take the various kind of therapy and we should combine all the things and try to apply according to the client needs. And needs and benefits. Psychotherapy can help people in range of situation. For example, it may benefit someone who has overwhelming feeling of sadness or helplessness. See that this create a lot of problems, negative problem. If you allow to continue for this same problem for a long period, then you will be considered as a depressive case. So we will call it as a depressive disorder. So the sadness and helplessness. So if anyone is having that one, so using this therapy, we will try to change that one. We will try to change that one. And feels anxious in most of the time. Say in all the situations, if individuals, they themselves feel some kind of anxiety. Once if you get anxiety, what happened to you all? Definitely you will not be able to apply your intelligence. You will not be able to apply your intelligence. That is why emotion is a shadow of intelligence. So you cannot be able to apply your knowledge. So even when you take decision, in the previous session, in the previous slides, we have already discussed decision making, how far decision making is very important. So in that condition, you cannot be able to take a proper decision. Even if you take, it is a wrong decision, it will not apply. So it will create something negative. So the anxiety is not a correct one. So in order to overcome or in order to manage the situation, in order to manage the anxiety, the psychotherapy will help to the individual. How you have to control or how you have to manage, that is anxiety management. Then only you are able to apply your intelligence and you are able to achieve all the things in a positive direction. And someone have difficulty in facing everyday challenges, because I already mentioned the modern days we are facing different kind of challenges, especially we have now, as a psychologist we are telling techno stress, because we are ruling, we as the human beings, technology ruling the human being. So in order, those who are able to face difficulty in facing everyday challenges or focusing on work or studies, if they are not able to face or if they face some kind of difficulties, for that condition psychotherapy helps to overcome all those issues. Sometimes because of this technological stress, and if they are not able to compete within the competitive world, they immediately they will have a habit of using drugs or alcohol, and their health also affected. So how they should stop all those things, how they have to come out from this addiction. So here psychotherapy helps to the human beings, and through that you will able to come out from that addiction. And say for example, in the case of particular situation, if you are not able to adapt and adjust, say for example you are not able to create better relationship, you are not able to happily live in the family, through psychotherapy you are able to manage all the things, and you are able to create a good interpersonal relationship, you are able to live happily in your family. And whatever the abusive situation, especially in the case of educational settings or in the case of industrial, the superiors and subordinates, they are not having a proper relationship, they are all abused by the powers. That is called power based abuse, that we call it as a power based abuse. That also creates some kind of unpleasantness, that kind of that is some kind of distress. It will directly affect their mental health. So how you should bring it out, how you should identify, and how you are able to come out from that situation. Through the psychotherapy you will get an idea, you will get an idea, you are not getting a solution, it will give an idea to you. So then after that it will also help to improve your mental health, and you will able to lead your life, daily life, in an effective way. And further you should also improve your communication skill. I already quoted that communication skill is very important for every human being, especially if you are not develop your communication skill, you cannot able to achieve anything in this modern world. So improve your communication skill. How you should improve your communication skill, what are the barriers, that are all we should identify on your own, and through that you will able to improve your communication skill. For that this therapeutic approach will help you. This is another needs, this is another benefits, as an individual you are all getting it. So healthier thinking pattern, that is why I already mentioned thinking is very important, thinking pattern is very important. That is why thinking is the main causes for abnormality. Thinking is the main causes for abnormality. When you say abnormality, you cannot able to behave in a proper way, you cannot able to think in a proper way, and your daily life and your activities of daily livings are affected. You cannot able to create better relationship with others, you cannot able to yourself feel in a happy mood. So you are not feel in a positive direction, that time your thinking pattern will be disturbed. So through this therapeutic approach you will able to change your thought process, you will get a healthier thinking patterns. And awareness is very important, especially self awareness is very important. Through the therapy you will able to get awareness, you will improve your awareness, especially you are able to improve, and especially you are able to identify your negative thoughts on your own. Then that means a greater insight about your life. Through that therapeutic approach you will get an idea about your life, that is insight is very important. At least we have to spend 5 minutes time daily, we have to think about on your own. For that we should do some kind of introspection, that we call it as a mindfulness based technique, and sometimes we call it as a meditation. We should try to think about ourselves, that is a insight method. Through that we will give some kind of idea how to do these type of techniques, and then we should improve our ability. So improving our ability to make healthier choices, that for that psychotherapeutic will help you. And coping strategy, because I already mentioned coping is nothing but managing, especially in the competitive world we are facing lot of challenges that will all create some kind of stress. So as an individual, it is not possible to skip all the things. So as an individual, how to manage all the situation, how to manage all the things, how to improve ourselves. So through these therapeutic techniques, individual is able to learn, and individual is able to improve and stronger family bonds. This is very, very important in the modern days. So through this technique, we will able to improve our family bonds. And various problems in psychotherapy. What are the various problems? So because you are all from non-psychologists, if we recommend psychotherapy, sometimes you are ready to accept it, or sometimes you are ready to come and take this type of techniques, and you are ready to come and take treatment in our condition, in our counseling settings. Sometimes you have some kind of hesitation, so that you should know it. Some small things, but it is not a problem. It's a kind of small things are there that we will explain now. So there is a little risk in having psychotherapy, but because it can explore painful feelings and experiences, you may feel emotionally uncomfortably at times. However, any risks are minimized by working with a skilled therapist. Suppose if you go on to take some kind of treatment under skilled therapist, definitely skilled therapist identify your needs, identify your emotions, and identify all the kinds of needs what you all have. So through their skills, definitely without any hurdles or without any kind of negative things, they will change it, they will help you, they will help you. So skilled, with the help of skilled therapists, who can match the types and intensity of therapy with your needs. The coping skills that you learn can help you to manage and conquer negative feelings and fears. Definitely, if you improve your coping skill, you yourself be able to manage your life. That the way you yourself be able to control your negative thoughts and your fears and other negative anxiety and other things are also able to manage. Definitely, you will able to bring it out, your potential. That is, sometimes some financial commitment force you to in negative aspects. Some time commitment, sometimes some kind of emotions you are not able to control. Through these type of things, we should be able to control all the things. But some kind of problems when you come to the our session, you should face it. But that are all through the skilled therapists, you can able to manage all the things. So the final conclusion, what I want to recommend to you all, my dear listeners, my dear active listeners, I hope that you all enjoyed this session. It's a very, very important one technique today I explained. I don't think is only psychologists are only need these type of things, but as a common people, you also learn something about that one. You try to apply on your own, but only you need some kind of support from the psychologist. So the principles of psychotherapy is not to transport one to unhappiness, but to help the client. That is why I already mentioned, as a therapist, we are providing a lot of ideas, lot of solution to you all. As a client, you only decide which one is applicable for you. You only decide. That is why client-centered approach. This is called client-centered approach. Your cooperation is very important. So here the client, but to help the client to occur steadfastness and patience in the face of suffering. Say that is mentioned by Carl Jung. He is a famous psychologist. Carl Jung theories are also there. The last one, an important quote, the purpose of psychotherapy, why we should recommend, why I should explain about psychotherapy. The purpose of psychotherapy is to set people free. That means you are all free from all kind of mental illness or mental health issues. If you are all free from all those things, definitely you are able to lead your life in a happy manner. Thank you for giving